Okay, we're back. Social media recruiting assistants. I want to talk to you in this video about the importance of your role. And it's pretty straightforward, it's pretty simple, but the reason we're so adamant about who represents our company is because number one, you're directly helping in the team building process of our company. Without you, we wouldn't have more representatives to apply, we wouldn't have more people to put through our Cutco sales training program, and ultimately we wouldn't have people to pick from to staff our leadership academy and create these great opportunities for people to become 5-star graduates. So number one, you're important because you're a team builder. Number two is because you're providing opportunity for students who might not ever have an opportunity. And I really don't want to take that for granted. Or I really don't want you to take that for granted. At 19 years old, I started with the company as a rising sophomore at the University of Maryland College Park. And I really am so thankful to this day to Joanna Poncelinas, who was the individual that provided me with the opportunity when I was recommended to the position. And without Joanna, I wouldn't be here today, almost 2 decades later, doing what I do, loving what I love, and having the opportunity that I have. So don't take for granted that we're providing opportunities for students. And then number three is the first impression. In fact, we're so adamant about first impression, about how the role works, that we take so much time to go through in the interview process. How does our social media recruiting assistant applicant speak on the phone? What does their social media profile look like? How do they present themselves? What's the impression that they're giving off? How professional are they? How fun are they? Are they going to be the type of people that we would want to be the first impression, first contact? You see, as a manager, and we as managers, we don't get a chance to be the first contact. So as someone is reached out by you over the phone because they're recommended, or if someone sees your social media post and you post the job opportunity, or if you reach out on your Instagram, Snapchat, or Facebook on a direct message, these individuals are looking at you, the social media recruiting assistant, as the impression. So that's why you're really important in the role that you play. And I want to take the time here just to break down how the job works. It's pretty straightforward, but there are two aspects. It's the social media recruiting assistant, and the two aspects are pretty straightforward. It takes multiple people to apply, to go through the interview process for us to get students that actually work with our company. And later on, your manager is going to cover a handout, if they haven't already, on the expectations of the position. Like, how does it work? What's the requirement? What percentage of people when I speak to them over the phone, or what percentage of people when I reach out to them on social media are expected to come in for an interview? And there are really two types of applicants that you want to be concerned with and know. And the first type of applicant is someone who's recommended by a current Cutco sales representative. Every Friday, we have a training program that finishes up for our students, so they start selling Cutco that day. In the middle of that training, what we'll do is we'll provide incentives for them to help recommend people to the job. And it's really simple. We have an app on their phone where they can upload all their contacts, and it goes to a computer system, and those are the people that you would be calling as a social media recruiting assistant. And it's not uncommon for our students to recommend 175, 225, sometimes 300-400 people from their phone. Why? For one main reason. Number one, well, two main reasons. Number one, they're really excited about the opportunity. But number two, we offer incentives. And when I say incentives, I mean things like, on the low end, Yeti cooler cups, if you will, right? Things that keep their beverages warm. When they recommend more people, we have gift certificates for specific stores, shopping sprees, signature experiences. And at the top of the list, when they recommend 8 individuals or more to the team, we're able to provide an all expenses paid 3 days, 2 nights to a tropical destination, which your manager is going to tell you about after this video, which you also have an opportunity to earn. So they're so excited, they have this incentive, and then people always ask, well, why do we offer all these incentives? It's thousands and thousands of dollars in trips and in prizes that we're offering. It's pretty simple. It's because it saves us advertising dollars. For us to advertise on the internet and through social media, it would cost way more money than it does for us to provide trips and exciting prizes for students simply to recommend their friends and family and people that they know. So I want to let you know that those are the individuals that we will be calling. We're going to be providing you in training with a script, and we'll show you how to walk through the script and how to present the information to a student as they come in. Again, these are called outgoing calls, okay? And then the second type of individual that we will be working with are people from your specific social media networks. One of the things that is a prerequisite in bringing on a social media recruiting assistant is someone who has a decent presence and a decent understanding of how social media works. Number of followers. Are they proficient with navigating through? Do they post? Do they understand how to post? Do they know how to reach out to people? And that's one of the second requirements of the position, aside from being friendly and being able to follow a script. So there are two ways that we reach out to these people. Number one is through something called triple threat. And through years of research, we found that the 3 most common social media forms that get the most applicants and are most successful for us are Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook. So what we'll do from on a weekly basis is we will give you content to put up on these three platforms, and then what will happen is anyone that comes in, we'll simply reach out to them and we'll show you how to get them in for an interview, and they will also count for you for the contest. And then number 2, we have direct messages, which we'll teach you in a couple weeks on how to reach out to specific people in your network and then offer them the position. And again, our 3 forms of social media that have really helped us out are Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. And your manager is going to walk through the logistics of how do you post the content, what content to post, and what do you respond to them when people are interested. Okay? So as you go through this position, there are 2 goals that we have for you. Okay? Actually 3 goals. Number 1, we want you to gain skills. The skill to be able to speak to people on the phone. The skill of positive, non-manipulative, very convincing, right? Persuasion. How do you persuade someone who thinks they're too busy to apply to come in and check out a job opportunity? How do we communicate clearly directions and how to make people feel comfortable? Number 2, we want to help you gain the opportunity to work in an unbelievably fun and professional atmosphere, and you're going to set the tone and be a part of that. And of course, number 3, our goal for you, our biggest goal for you, is that you transition, whether it's 4 to 6 weeks from now, 6 to 8 weeks, or towards the middle of the summer. We want to help you get your own Cutco through college opportunity to make the income, gain the skills, and build the resume that all of our Cutco sales reps are also building. So those are the really exciting goals that we have for you. Those are the 2 parts of the job. And then later we're going to transition into expectations and really how to maximize the position.